Imagine this, it's 3 a.m. The world outside is silent, but your mind is anything but. The only sound in your room is the soft hum of your desk lamp and the frantic flipping of textbook pages. Your eyes are heavy, but your thoughts are racing, tangled up in formulas, dates, and definitions. You're hunched over your desk, drowning in a sea of textbooks, notes scattered around you like debris in a storm. Each page you turn feels heavier than the last, and the mountain of information seems to grow taller with every passing minute. The weight of the upcoming exam presses down on you, heavy and suffocating. You can almost feel the pressure in your chest, a constant reminder that time is slipping away and the stakes are higher than ever. You've been studying for hours, yet you feel like you're barely staying afloat. The words on the page blur together and your mind drifts, wondering if all this effort will actually pay off. You question if you're even absorbing anything at all or just going through the motions. This feeling, my friends, is all too common. Statistics paint a grim picture. Countless students are burning out, sacrificing their well-being on the altar of academic success. The late-night study sessions, the skipped meals, the constant anxiety, these have become the norm for so many. They spend hours upon hours studying, but the results just don't reflect the effort. The disappointment of a low grade after all that work can be crushing, leaving you to wonder what went wrong and if you're even cut out for this. Distractions are everywhere. Your phone buzzes with notifications, your mind wanders to social media, and before you know it, precious time has slipped away. The cycle of procrastination and panic repeats itself, making it even harder to focus when you need it most. It's a frustrating and disheartening cycle, but honestly, it doesn't have to be this way. Imagine a different reality, one where you feel confident, prepared, and even excited to learn. What if you could replace chaos with clarity? What if you had tools and strategies that actually worked for you, helping you remember more in less time and making studying feel less like a chore and more like a journey of discovery? What if I told you there's a better way to achieve better grades, reduce stress, and actually enjoy the learning process? It's not just a dream, it's possible, and it starts with understanding how to study smarter, not harder. In this essay, we'll delve into the shocking truth about studying, exposing the common pitfalls that trap students, and revealing the secrets to studying smarter, not harder. We'll explore proven techniques, debunk myths, and show you how to transform your study habits for good. Prepare to break free from the chains of ineffective study habits and unlock your true learning potential. The journey to academic success doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be empowering, rewarding, and even enjoyable. Let's begin. Let's face it, most traditional study methods are broken. We've been conditioned to believe that more hours equals better results, but this couldn't be further from the truth. We highlight endless passages with colorful markers, reread notes until our eyes glaze over, and convince ourselves that cramming all night is the key to success. But here's the thing, these methods simply don't work. They create the illusion of productivity while doing little to actually enhance understanding or retention. We fall into the trap of mistaking familiarity for mastery, fooling ourselves into thinking that because we've seen the material multiple times, we've somehow absorbed it. This, my friends, is the study trap, and it's time to break free. We've all been there, spending hours in the library, surrounded by mountains of books, feeling like we're putting in the work. But are we truly being productive? Often the answer is a resounding no. We confuse activity with accomplishment, mistaking the act of sitting at our desks for actual learning. This illusion of productivity is a dangerous trap. We scroll through lecture slides, passively highlighting text and rereading notes without truly engaging with the material. We might feel like we're making progress, but in reality we're merely going through the motions. The information washes over us, leaving little lasting impact. This is not real learning. This is not effective studying. This is the illusion of productivity. And then comes the crash. The exam results come back and the numbers stare up at you, cold and unforgiving. The disappointment hits hard, leaving you feeling defeated and questioning your abilities. You poured hours upon hours into studying, sacrificing sleep, social life, and sanity, yet it wasn't enough. This feeling of failure can be crushing. It can shake your confidence and make you question your academic abilities. But it's important to remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone. It's an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. So, why do we struggle? Why do our study habits often fail us? The answer actually lies in the science of learning. Our brains, they're not really designed to just passively absorb information. We actually learn best through active engagement, retrieval practice, and spaced repetition. But traditional study methods often ignore these principles. We try to force information into our brains with rote memorization, forgetting how important understanding and real application are. We cram right before exams, but then honestly, we just forget everything soon after. We keep making the same mistakes year after year and wonder why we're not getting the results we want. It's time to break free from these counterproductive habits and, well, finally embrace a smarter approach to studying. The first step to studying smarter is to master the art of focus. Focus is the foundation of all effective learning, and without it, even the best study techniques can fall flat. When you're able to direct your attention fully to the task at hand, you absorb information more deeply and retain it for longer. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. Our lives are filled with constant pings, alerts, and the temptation to multitask. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of things competing for our attention, from group chats to streaming videos and even background noise. Our phones beckon with notifications, social media tempts us with endless scrolling, and honestly, the lure of procrastination is always present. Even a quick glance at your phone can break your concentration and make it harder to get back on track. These small interruptions add up, making it difficult to enter a state of deep focus. To truly engage with our studies, we must create an environment that's, really conducive to concentration. This means being intentional about where and how you study. A tidy, organized workspace can help signal to your brain that it's time to focus, while clutter can be a subtle but powerful distraction. This means silencing notifications, putting our phones out of sight, and finding a quiet space where we can focus without interruption. Consider using apps or settings that block distracting websites or limit your screen time during study sessions. Even small changes like closing your door or using noise-cancelling headphones can make a big difference. It also means training our minds to resist distractions and stay present in the moment. Practicing mindfulness, such as taking a few deep breaths before you begin, can help center your thoughts and prepare you for focused work. Over time, you'll find it easier to notice when your mind starts to wander and gently bring your attention back. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work in focused bursts with short breaks, can be incredibly effective in improving focus and productivity. Setting a timer for 25 minutes of work followed by a 5-minute break helps keep your mind fresh and prevents fatigue. By breaking down study sessions into manageable chunks, we can maintain concentration and avoid burnout. Remember, mastering focus is a skill that takes practice, but with the right strategies and a supportive environment, anyone can learn to study smarter and achieve their academic goals. Active recall involves actively retrieving information from memory, forcing our brains to work harder, and strengthening neural connections. Instead of simply rereading notes, try summarizing concepts from memory, teaching the material to someone else, or using flashcards to test your knowledge. The key is to actively engage with the material, forcing your brain to retrieve and apply the information. This active approach to learning might feel more challenging initially, but it's far more effective in the long run. By actively retrieving information, we strengthen our understanding and improve long-term retention. Finally, we must embrace the power of spaced repetition. This technique isn't just a study hack, it's a scientifically proven method that transforms the way we remember and retain information over time. Instead of cramming all your studying into one session, spaced repetition encourages you to revisit material at carefully planned intervals, allowing your brain to process and store knowledge more effectively. Our brains are designed to forget, and that's okay. In fact, forgetting is a natural and necessary part of how our memory works. It might seem frustrating when information slips away, but this process actually helps us filter out what's unimportant and focus on what truly matters. Forgetting is a natural part of the learning process. When we forget and then work to recall information, we're actually strengthening our memory. Each time we retrieve a fact or concept, we reinforce the neural pathways that store that knowledge. However, we can strategically use this forgetting to our advantage. By planning our study sessions to occur just as we're about to forget, we maximize the benefits of retrieval practice and make our learning more durable. By spacing out our study sessions and revisiting material at increasing intervals, we force our brains to retrieve information from memory repeatedly, which is far more effective than simply rereading or reviewing notes in one sitting. This process challenges our memory and makes the information stick. Each retrieval strengthens neural connections and improves long-term retention. Over time, these connections become so robust that recalling information feels almost effortless, even after weeks or months have passed. This means reviewing material shortly after learning it, when it's still fresh in your mind, to lay the foundation for deeper understanding. Then, after a few days, you return to the same material. This slight delay makes your brain work a bit harder to recall the information, which actually helps you remember it better. Next, you review it again a week later, and then perhaps after 2 weeks, gradually increasing the intervals between each review session. This pattern of spaced repetition is key to moving knowledge from short-term to long-term memory. Spaced repetition is one of the most powerful techniques for improving long-term learning and retention. It's used by top students, memory champions, and professionals who need to master complex information. It might feel counterintuitive to revisit material we think we already know, and sometimes it can even feel tedious or unnecessary, but this discomfort is actually a sign that your brain is being challenged in the right way. This repeated exposure is crucial for cementing knowledge in our long-term memory. By embracing spaced repetition, you're not just studying harder, you're studying smarter, ensuring that what you learn today will stay with you for years to come. These 3 steps, mastering focus, embracing active recall, and spacing for long-term retention, are the foundation of studying smarter, not harder. By implementing these techniques, you can unlock your true learning potential, achieve better grades, and reduce stress. Remember, learning is a journey, not a destination. There will be challenges along the way, but with the right tools and strategies, you can overcome them and achieve your academic goals. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your biggest study struggles? What steps are you taking to study smarter, not harder? Share your thoughts in the comments below.